What is up, everybody? Escape211 here with some more Mech Arena. And right now, I wanted to do some challenge stuff surrounding Ares, because I haven't done anything really for him. Not a guy I often use, but one I hear about. I know a lot of people like to ask me or compare Ares and Juggernaut. It's a common question. So I was curious what other people thought on that, and I'll give my thoughts on it. But I had these couple of challenges, taking damage, dealing damage with the shield ability, so I figured why not do that a little bit. Oh, I got a bonus ticket. Haven't done that today. I played some tourney today, but just with other people, so I must have missed the bonus ticket. But Juggernaut and Ares, there's a lot of similarities. They have a very similar upgrade path in terms of energy. They have similar speed. They both have a shield. So what's the major difference? I mean, obviously, you start with one as a common with Juggernaut, and then Ares is rare. So both of them, I mean, have different cost structures and upgrade cost structures and stuff, and you have to unlock Ares later. But, you know, there's some similarities there. Not too bad. I'm going to try starting with Ares. I usually don't do this because he's slow, but just for the fun of it for today, because we're talking about him, I'm going to start with him, and we'll see how well he does. Yeah, this is a guy that often, you know, I don't play with. I don't see a whole lot of people talk about or play with too much. Oh gosh, that was bad. So far away. I don't know why I shot him that far away. I did some damage, but I didn't take him out. I also didn't kill either of those guys. But I also never put my shield up for getting the damage. Maybe I can kill something now. Oh, I almost got you, Dream Eater. But my shield disappeared before I could. And I hit that guy. Yeah, I'm already not doing so great with this Ares in terms of fulfilling my quest. Doing okay, I guess, but not to achieve what I'm looking for. Maybe I can do it right here.
Killing spree.
Oh, almost got both of you. But I did some damage with the shield up, so that'll help for some of the quests. And I took damage with the shield up, so that should help too. But I'm not exactly crushing it with... Man, I keep turning too soon. I thought he was going to be dead already. Not exactly crushing it with this guy. I can tell, or you probably can tell, I don't use him very often. But it's the same thing for Juggernaut. I don't really use either too often. So I guess I don't know what that says about either one of them. But yeah, I'm not doing too well here.
Dominating.
It's saying I'm dominating. I definitely don't feel like I'm dominating with him.
Humiliation.
I'm probably doing better than you would do on average with Ares. Hurry up, get my shield up. I need it. Oh, no, didn't get it up in time. Let's switch on to someone a little more familiar with. Let's go with, yeah, Panther. He's often a solid choice in all this. Oops, oh, that plant got right in my way.
5, 4,
here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh! It's terrible on my part. I didn't think it was going to land in time. I'll start with Ares again. Let's see if I can do better this time. Just because I'm talking about him. So, a lot of times we compare these two. Obviously, it's a good comparison to compare the two. They're very similar in a lot of ways. I've heard other people say that they think Ares is definitely better. I'm curious to hear why. I just feel like they're really similar. If you think he's better, yeah, feel free to let me know. I think they both move the same. They both have similar cost structures, similar health, similar energy caps and energy starts and uses. The difference seems to play into where... Yeah, I was trying to let him shoot a little bit before I did it, just so I can fulfill part of that quest. Again, doing damage to fulfill part of that quest, which is always good. Taking some damage, good. At a high enough level, Ares' shield is really good. It takes a lot of damage. At a lower level, I feel like it's the opposite, and Juggernaut's is better.
Killing spree.
So it really depends on your upgrade path for each of them and how much you have upgraded them to know which ultimately ends up as a better choice. I feel like. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit those guys, but I did hit him. So I don't know. For my money, gosh, who would I say is better? Really depends on how you're playing. I think if you're more someone who strikes at the enemy, especially at like capping points or certain choke points, Ares is going to be better at doing that, to spread out that shield to cover you and your teammates for like an alpha strike. If you just want to be the big tanky guy, Juggernaut is a solid choice, although many would say that Brick House is the more traditional. But yeah, he's a good choice just for the tanky guy. I wanted to see if I could kill him with the shield up.
5, 4,
Doing better this time with Ares.
2,
Still tough
1.
to do.
You have won the match.
Hopefully that helps me out for my quest. Let's see. Yeah, decently. I mean, I still got more Ares play that I'm going to have to do today to make those things happen, but not bad. So yeah, now it'll be easier to talk now that I'm done with the video, the battle. But Ares, you know, he's and I got Juggernaut right above that. Good. And I'm on the same for both. I have both at 3 stars. I've upgraded Juggernaut some because I've used him, I think, testing at different times and stuff. But it's their HP and their shield. Their speed, this one's 5. This one is also 5. Oh, it's slightly slower. So Juggernaut is a little bit slower than Ares, so that again gives Ares a little bit of a leg up. But Ares' shield is more about like when you're trying to do something, a strike, like more of that either hit and run, or when you're trying to like get to a choke point or cap a point. It can really be effective in a battle. Like when he's, you know, timed right, his shield ability I think will do more for the war effort. So in that respect, I think he might be better. But his health in general is lower. It's just that his shield is better. Juggernaut, though, is more about just being a good tanky character throughout the whole match. His shield is just for himself. It's much smaller, but because his health pool is much bigger, he has more of that tanky presence. So he's just going to be a big lumbering guy that's good in filling that traditional tank role better than Ares. Ares is a tank, but more of like the team-based tank and for a strike, you know, package. So yeah, this guy says shielded brawler, and this guy says team defender, which yeah, it's kind of that role. If I'm going to say one is better than the other, I think I might say Ares. He might have slightly better just because he has health pool that will keep coming back. So as long as you're timing it well and playing with the shield well, you're probably going to do better than with Juggernaut. Just because his health won't come back unless he has, you know, a support guy helping him, and his shield is a lot easier to take out. However, there is obviously different things about the shields that are different, and one that might be better than the other. Ares' shield is, even though it's a stronger shield, is timed, meaning when you hit it, it goes up, it stays up for a certain time, and then it disappears, whether it's destroyed or not. So you really have to time it well and use that timing to your benefit when the shield is up, because once it's down, you're quite vulnerable. And it's also only in the front, so you can have exposed flanks, as this points out. Whereas Juggernaut, his shield will always be up, and when you hit the shield button, it will stay up indefinitely until the shield is depleted. Then your cooldown starts going off, and then you can bring the shield back up. So it's a shield that you can, you know, as soon as the match starts, you want to put it on. You'll keep it on for as long as you can. But you know, there's some benefit to taking some damage with Juggernaut. You know, so that you can. Or I'm sorry, there's benefit to taking damage and depleting the shield so that you can recharge it, because you don't want to leave a little sliver of your shield up, because then it stays up and you're not getting the full benefit of the shield, especially when you're outside of combat. Whereas Ares, as soon as the shield is on, you have to make every use of it before it goes off. So they're just very different. I mean, Juggernaut, I think, is a safer traditional play for a tank, whereas Ares just works better in striking formation, especially with the control point clash, when there's certain key points and key spots, especially when things bottleneck. That's going to do better. In team deathmatch, I think Juggernaut actually ends up edging out Ares just because certain control points or certain spots on the map are not as important as they are in control point clash. But I don't know. I still think they're very similar mechs, and I think each have their place, you know, throughout the match. But yeah, I'm always curious to hear what people think. I'm sure I could or I'm sure I'm going to eventually do an is it good for each one of these individually and talk about them. But that was just kind of a comparison, just like we compared missile racks and RPGs before. These are two that commonly people talk about, or I get asked about which one is better. And I think if you're thinking of tournament play, Juggernaut might be slightly better, but pretty close. And if you're thinking more of control point clash, Ares is slightly better, but again, they're pretty close. So that's kind of like my general take, but I'm always curious to what other people have to say, and I can do more in depth, of course, when I get to a video specifically about these two. But feel free to comment, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, we'll see you out there on the battlefield.